live stream things so that they'll save and there'll be videos. I know that's cheating. If anybody comes on like comes and watches this, then like while I'm doing it, then I probably won't even explain. I'll just keep talking, honestly. Um, but shoot, I should have made it flat. It'll be okay. I'll just clear out some area. But anyway, yeah. Point is, what I do, guys, for a living, I sell knives pretty much, and I work with it's this thing called vector marketing. If you haven't ever heard of it, I recommend you check it out. It actually changed my life. Not for everybody, will admit, but if you're somebody who's like really shy, don't think this job that it isn't for you, because this actually brings a lot of people out of their shell, and it's really important to be able to interact with people and interview later on. So, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna be talking about how to build better rapport. Some people have heard this, like the two people in my office that I've had, like they've heard me talk about this over and over again, and I just wanted a way for a lot of people to hear it. This, it might not be like the most groundbreaking, but it's definitely a lot of it is stuff that is really helpful. And a lot of it, like I think, will really change your game, especially people who aren't very good at building rapport. This is building rapport, by the way, with anybody. It's just a few extra steps, but I've got this down to a science. Now, I will be playing Minecraft in the background. This is purely just a background. I just wanted a place to record my thoughts. Kind of have to be playing a video game to record this way. So don't pay attention to it. You can if you want to. I'll probably build something eventually, whenever something pops into my head to build. But until then, I'm just going to be talking, and let's go ahead and get started. So, now the first thing, when we were talking to people, now, you actually do want to think about what you're going to say. That's a common mistake, is that a conversation has to just flow. The thing is, there are going to be those times, like I've sat down with people, there are a couple of people I can think of right now that I will sit down and just have a full conversation with. But even those people, these are like my favorite people that I just click with. We just connect, all right? But every now and then, I will have to stop, pause, and think about what I'm going to say next. Sorry, because if you don't, then you're not going to you're really not going to you're not going to connect over the right stuff. You're just going to be throwing out a bunch of random stuff you really won't like, that you won't connect about, and you really want to think about it. So, first thing, if you can ever avoid asking a yes or no question, please do. Now, if you legitimately want someone's opinion about something, like, okay, like during a cut code, the only one I can imagine saying would be, like, you'd want, if you were getting a set, would you prefer the ones with table knives? Which is like, that's the only time I'd recommend asking a yes or no question. Whenever you're trying to get somebody to like you, do not ask yes or no questions. If you want someone's opinion, right, like, does this make, like, do I look fat in this? Anything like that. If you genuinely want, do you like that movie? Anything like that. If you want someone's opinion, then go ahead and ask. But the thing is, especially in what we do now, not always. Sometimes you do have more time, but you do want to learn more faster. Either way, just think about it. Even if you've got a day to spend this with somebody, you can ask them, like, you can get little bits of information, or you can get full chunks, right? Either way, throughout an hour, what would you rather get? $1 a minute or $20 a minute? You know what I mean? Or better, never mind. But yeah, would you rather get $1 every minute, or $20 every 3 minutes, right? Or even every 5 minutes. So put a little bit more time to ask better questions. And the one thing, you don't want to ask yes or no, because you're just going to learn. So if I said, Bill, do you like the color blue? And Bill says, yes. because it's a yes or no question. Now, I know Bill likes the color blue. Do I know how he feels about green? No. I got nothing. Right? And this is also really good for building long-term relationships, what I'm about to show you, but what I've just learned about Bill is that he likes the color of green. Cool. Or blue, whichever one it was. We'll say it's blue. He likes the color blue. Well, good, Bill. I'm glad you like the color blue. But I don't know how he feels about green, or brown, or yellow. Because this guy could be one of those guys that likes every color, and blue might be his least favorite, right? So instead, it's better to ask, and this still wouldn't even be one that I would ask, but better than a yes or no is, what is your favorite color? Red. Okay, cool. Now you know what I know? I don't know if he likes green, but I know he likes red better. So I learned more, you see? Because not only I know he likes red, he has to like red, it's his favorite. Right? And he said it with a happy, smiling face. He didn't say, I guess red's the best one. Because we already know he likes blue, by the way. But anyway, we said, so we know he has to like his favorite, which is red. So, that learns more. But that's still a pretty stupid question to ask. Oh, and by the way, also, you can set yourself up with little starter questions like that. Like, one that I love to do is, what is your favorite fruit? Everybody's always like, orange, banana, whatever it is. I then ask them why. And sometimes you will get the most thoughtful answers, but it's just a really interesting question to ask. But that's if you feel like you can really kind of be a little bit wacky with people. I love asking that one, especially like when I'm second manning interviews, when I'm talking to people that are in an interview, like for my office, when I'm talking to them while they're waiting. That's a good one that I'll ask because it's a great conversation starter. Right? And the thing is that you want to be a little bit out of the box. But I'm also going to show you how to get whatever you like, how to connect with everybody, right? And I'm going to show you like a master key formula for it. So this is where it gets a little bit sciencey, and this is a little bit more natural for me. So I'm going to try to teach it like the best I can. But the thing is, it's like I said, it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit. I don't know. It's probably a long process, but I'll get into it for you. So now the first thing you want to do is you want. Hold on, let me gather my thoughts. It's always better, by the way, guys, to gather your thoughts instead of just trying to keep talking. Right? So hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, you always want to be looking for things, all right? This is what I do. Right now, I've built a couple really good, people really liked me by the time I left their house. I have an hour to build really good relationships with people, and I do it most times. I will actually have people tell you that they love me after an hour spent with me. Seriously, I'm that good. You guys are going to be that good too. Now, in your manuals, it'll say pictures. This is for people that work where I work, because I can see people getting use out of this. Not where I work, but the point is, anyway, sorry. You want to ask questions, or you want to be looking for things. Okay, sorry. The place where I work, I'm really scrambled right now. Probably because I'm trying to focus. I just want to build something, alright? But I decided I wanted to record my thoughts too, so leave me alone. But anyway, leave me alone about the backdrop. I'll probably write this down and give the same talk, but more organized later, honestly. But anyway, back to this. When I walk into someone's house, I'm always looking for little things. Now, where I work, we have these manuals, right? And they say people, which is like pictures of people, like, oh, is that your kids? When you're trying to build conversation, when you're trying to start conversation with people. places, that's like places they've gone on vacation. If you notice like a postcard from this place, profession. So what do you do for a living? Pets. Hey, that's a cute dog. Stuff like that. It's people, places, pets, plants, profession. It's a bunch of stuff. Anyway, point is, you don't want to just bring those up. You don't want to see a picture of somebody, like two people happy in France, and say, "Oh, cool, I see you went to France." Because while yes, it can seem very open and like kind of welcoming to say, "Oh yeah, just like tell me about that." It can also kind of seem kind of interrogation-y unless you have the right personality for it. So instead, check this out. Now, have you ever been anywhere? Think about this. You don't have to make stuff up. Now, this is the turtle method, by the way, as I like to call it, and I call it that because I was once where I work. I was out doing a demo, as we call them. I was showing our product, and I was talking about it, and I was just because I was actually with someone else who was doing it, and I was just there to watch him, and the lady asked me, "Do you get paid to do this too?" And I was like, "I don't get paid to be here on his, but if I wasn't here, I would just be at home. I would just be at home feeding my turtle." Now, admittedly, when I said this, I was a bit newer as a rep. I didn't, and it also wasn't my customers. I didn't really care as much because I was never going to talk to her again. But by the way, she instantly loved me, and I'll tell you why. First off, I didn't actually have a turtle, but I knew because she banged her hand on the table. She said, "You've got a turtle?" And she was so happy about it. And I was like, "Yeah, his name's Maximus." I still remember his name. Now, if she sees this, I'm sorry. I'm just like, now, I don't encourage that you lie about it. If you feel like you can juggle, that's your web of lies to spin. I was immature, and I don't know. But the point is, I was just like, yeah, I've got a turtle. Now, the reason I said that about a turtle, which I told the turtle lie, is because when I walked up on the porch, she had like a little like ceramic kind of turtle, right? Just chilling on her porch. She had some glass turtles on her entertainment center, and she had like I think a coffee mug that had like a cartoon turtle walking. She had some turtle stuff, all right? This chick was rocking the turtle memorabilia. All right? She loved it. Now, I said if I wasn't here, I'd just be at home feeding my turtle because now she hears that and she's like, "Wow, this guy's got a turtle." And now I can talk to her about it and bond with her about it. Now, of course, I would only recommend it if you actually have a turtle. Instead, do this. Now, earlier we were talking about if you saw a picture of someone in Paris. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have not been to Paris. So how are you going to relate to them? Check it out. Ready? It's all about because people love talking. If you can get them talking about something that they've done, especially if they had a good time, they're going to talk. Not only are they going to talk about that thing, but while you're there, getting them to talk about that thing, they are going to associate you with that good thing. All right? Oddly enough, it's also good. Now you think like, okay, well then if they talk to you about something bad, does that mean they associate you with the bad? No. Oddly enough, the person that they vent to about it, they like. All right? It doesn't work the same way. I get where you could think that it would, but so here's how you can get the conversation to go there. Now, when we cut people, we have to be like conversational wizards because we're just quite frankly we should be that good at this, but it's not really that hard. I can get someone to talk about anything as long as I know like what I'm trying to get them to talk about. So I would say, right? If you've ever been to the beach, right? Whatever you want to do, but check it out. It's so easy. It's actually easier than that. You don't even have to mention your vacation. You can just say, "So, have you lived here? Have you always lived here? Right? Have you lived anywhere else? Did you grow up here? Did you grow up in Alabama? Like that's where I am. Did you grow up here? You see? Anyway, point is, so I said that, right? Said, did you grow up here, right? And then they're gonna say, yeah, I did, or no, I didn't. Either way, works for you either way. Say they say, yeah, I did. I've lived here all my life. Oh, okay, so you never lived anywhere other than Alabama? Nope, I'm Alabama born and raised. Okay, yeah, hey, me too. But where are some places you've gone on vacation? You already know they've been on a trip to Paris. You looked at the picture, and you know that. But now they're gonna talk to you about it, and that's what you need. You want them to talk to you about it. So, they're gonna, oh yeah, I did. I actually went to Paris. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Now, some people are a little bit less open, and it'll be a harder nut to crack. But you're gonna find that thing that really like that. I'm gonna teach you how to be good with anybody, right? Because there's gonna be that person who you're gonna say, "Where's the places you've gone on vacation over the years, though?" And they're gonna say, "Oh, here and there." Right? There's gonna be that one chick that's like, "Oh, we went to Paris, and it was so cool, and this happened." But there's also gonna be that guy that says, yeah, we've gone to some pretty cool places. They're not going to say much. They're a little bit shyer. Now, what they're doing there, by the way, is something you really want to avoid doing. That's called being closed-ended, right? So those on tests, those open-ended questions in school, right? The ones that you have to actually expand on. You don't stop at a multiple choice. That's how we want to talk. Those are actually more favorable in conversation. Right? So a good example is somebody walks up to you, right, and they say, "Do you like fruit?" Now, you can do one of two things. You can either answer the question at its face value of yes, I like fruit. Booyah. That's all you gotta do. Or you can be a little bit more interesting, not answer it at face value, and instead answer the underlying questions of do you like fruit? Because think about it. There are a lot of questions after do you like fruit to know what someone thinks about fruit. So instead of waiting for them to ask those questions, you're going to answer them. You're just going to go ahead and answer them. Right? So when they say, do you like fruit? Another question is, what is your favorite fruit? Do you like chocolate covered fruit? That's a question that could come up. You literally just answer it right there, and that's going to make you seem to be the most likable. You can say, "Do you like fruit?" I love fruit. I love fruit. My favorite is a banana. I love bananas, even though I'm allergic to bananas. But by the way, okay, so by expanding on this, that's something interesting about me that I can actually say because I'm allergic to bananas. So I say, "Yeah, I love fruit, but I'm actually allergic to bananas." Now someone says, and this happens every time because somebody mentions, because I'll actually mention the fruit thing, but somebody says, "Do you like bananas?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I like bananas, but I'm actually allergic to them." "Oh, you're allergic to them?" And every time they're like, "Wow, that's crazy. That's something I wouldn't expect you to be allergic to. I'm allergic to this." Yeah, and it's just a really easy way to build connection by whenever someone says, "Oh, you're allergic to," and the only reason they would because instead when they said, "Do you like fruit?" I didn't say yes. I said, "Yes, I like fruit. My favorite is this, but I'm allergic to this." I expanded. I let you know more so that now that there's more for that person to connect to. It's also why you don't want to ask closed-ended questions. So instead of saying, "Do you like fruit?" Right? Because that's yes. Don't ask a closed-ended question. Ask, "What is your favorite fruit?" Because then they have to give you they have to give you something unique, right? They can't say something vague. They have to give you a specific answer to what is your favorite fruit. Now, granted, there are those people that'll say, "I don't really have a favorite," but you'll get a favorite fruit. Okay, so then why? That question of why is your favorite fruit is something people have to expand on. Right? Whenever people have to expand on an idea, that gives you more stuff to find common ground to. Right? So if I say, let's say that I say, all right, "Hi, I'm Brighton, and I meet someone at a cigar lounge," because I'm a cigar guy. Right? Say I meet somebody at a cigar lounge, and I'm like, "So you like cigars?" "You're at a cigar lounge." The answer is yes. I'm setting them up. "Yeah, no, I like them, yeah." Okay, cool, man. What's your favorite kind of cigar? Now maybe this person says that they like a less full-bodied cigar, right? That's something that I can agree with. I agree. I actually don't like them to be as full-bodied. I like a more mild cigar. So I'll say I like a kind of a Connecticut blend, right? So I'll say, "Oh, why do you like those better?" Because he might say something about how it's a smoother smoke to smoke a Connecticut, a less full-bodied cigar, which is something I agree with. He might say that the flavors are usually better, which is something I would agree with. He might say, I don't get as much of a nicotine buzz off of it, which is true. It's probably not as bad for my health. I guess that's true too. Point is, by asking him why he likes that, this guy that I just met at a cigar lounge, there's now more stuff for me to find common ground with and say, yep, I feel the same way. Because once you say something like let's say that you feel strongly about something, you walk up and you say, hey, here's how I feel. Someone says, yep, me too. You like that person better every time. I don't really feel like building anymore. I don't know. I was going to build like my perfect office, but I just feel like I don't know. But anyway, point is, all right, I think that's actually, wait, no, I'm on air. Okay, yeah, it's just my microphone though. That's perfect. Okay, I'm fine with that. So, in fact, that might even be better. Anyway, so yeah, point is, ask more open-ended questions, and then also look at things throughout, make observations, and find a way to steer a conversation towards something they're passionate about. People will talk about something they're passionate about. They will talk about something they hate. Get them to talk about either one of these. They're gonna like you better because they're gonna have a better conversation with you. Apart from that, smile more. Try to talk. Don't talk monotone. And yeah, if you have a little bit of accent, people like that. By the way, also let people make fun of you. That makes them like you more. If you're in my state, then or if there's like a big football rivalry where you are, right? And it's like it's one of those things where one person likes this team, one person likes this team. I'm sure that's everywhere. If you've got one of those, the losing team is usually going to have the nicer fans. The team that's worse. Now, admittedly, I'm a fan of the team that's better here, and you know darn well that your team isn't as good. All right, I'm just going to say that. And people, they're out there. I'm talking statistically. All right, if you look over the years, okay, who has won more trophies? I'm just saying. All right. And if that is your team, you are in the better team category. All right, I'm sorry. Now, usually those teams will have worse fans, much meaner. I'm not like a full-blown fan, by the way. I'm talking about those full-blown fans. So whenever if it's like a big thing, when you ask that sports question, maybe you're somewhere where it's baseball, maybe you're somewhere where it's soccer. All right, whatever. Point is, when you say, "Hey, what team do you go for?" And they say, and this is the thing that I do, especially because here where I am, football is a really big thing. So I sit down and I say, "Wait a minute." Before I even settle in, what team do you go for? Now, where I am, it's a blue team and a red team, all right? And I say, if they say I'm for the red team, that's the better team, by the way. I'll say, okay, good. I'm not even. I don't even think I should be allowed to sit down at people's table if they're blue fans, right? That's what I do if they're a blue fan, or if they're a red fan. If they're a blue fan, which is the worst team, right? I'm sorry. If you're from that area that has two teams and one of them's better, if you like the better team, but someone you're talking to is a fan of the worst team, at least for now, all right, you can tell them the truth later on if you need to, But at least for now, you gotta say, I like the same team you like. If you like the better team. Because I'm telling you, you're probably gonna come off as arrogant by liking the other team. Usually they don't like you as much. Now, if you like the worst team and you're in somebody's house who likes the better team, you can actually say that you like the worst team if you really do, because then they'll make fun of you for it, and that makes them like you more. Anyway, I think that's all that I got. Bye bye, guys. See you later.